So we built one. Then owner of the bike shop said he would like to take 50 of these computers. And I saw dollar signs in front of my eyes.
In the suburb of Mountain View, California, Stephen Paul Jobs was born into uncertainty. His biological parents, Juan Carroll Scheibel and Abdul Fattah Jandali, two young university students, placed him for adoption. This marked the beginning of a tale that would intertwine abandonment and chosen destiny. Paul and Clara Jobs eagerly stepped forward to welcome Steve into their home. Steve grew up in a neighborhood that was gradually transforming into the heart of Silicon Valley. His father, Paul, was a repository of mechanical knowledge and practical skills which he passed on to his curious son. Together, they would tinker in the garage, a sanctuary where Steve's fascination with electronics and mechanics blossomed. His journey was one of self-discovery, of finding his place in a world that was rapidly changing. Jobs attended Homestead High School where he met Steve Wozniak, a fellow electronics enthusiast. Together, they were an odd couple indeed, a fusion of art and science, imagination and engineering. Jobs, the dreamer, was ever the restless soul seeking to imprint his mark upon the universe. Wozniak, the thinker, was content in the shadows. After high school, Jobs enrolled at Reed College in Portland, Oregon. Despite dropping out after one semester, he continued to audit classes, including one on calligraphy, which would later influence Apple's distinctive typography. After dropping out of college, Jobs found himself at Atari. Here he was tasked with creating a circuit board for the game Breakout. Jobs, who was not an engineer, enlisted the help of his friend Steve Wozniak to complete the project. Jobs' journey then took a turn towards the mystical. He embraced the counterculture movement of the time, experimenting with LSD and delving into the spiritual texts of Eastern philosophies. His quest for enlightenment led him to the ashrams of India, where he sought to understand the deeper truths of existence. As he returned from India, he was not only spiritually enriched, but also imbued with a sense of purpose. He was ready to apply the lessons learned from his adventures to something tangible, a vision that would soon materialize in the form of Apple. In 1976, Jobs, Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne founded Apple Computer Company in the Jobs family garage. They introduced the Apple I, a hand-built personal computer. Jobs pitched the Apple I with a conviction that was contagious, drawing in investors and enthusiasts alike. The launch of the Apple II in 1977 marked the beginning of Apple's success, becoming one of the first highly successful mass-produced microcomputers. The Apple II was the brainchild of Steve Wozniak, a masterpiece of engineering that combined technical prowess with aesthetic appeal. Jobs recognized that the Apple II could be more than just a hobbyist's gadget. It could be a tool that would find its way into homes and offices around the world. Jobs' relentless pursuit of perfection was evident in every aspect of the Apple II. He insisted on features that were unheard of at the time, such as color graphics and the ability to connect to a television. His attention to detail extended to the packaging and marketing, ensuring that the Apple II was not just a product, but an experience. Chrisann Brennan was Jobs' high school girlfriend, and their relationship was marked by its intensity and Jobs' mercurial nature. When Chrisann became pregnant, Jobs' reaction was one of denial and distance. Jobs' relationship with Lisa was complicated. He was at times distant and at other times more involved. It wasn't until later in life that Jobs fully accepted Lisa as his daughter and attempted to make amends for his earlier absence. After the success of the Apple II, Jobs was determined to create a product that would be uniquely his own, distinct from the creations of his partner Steve Wozniak. The corridors of Xerox Parc, where the seeds of the modern computing interface were being sown. Jobs negotiated a visit to Xerox Parc, where he was introduced to the graphical user interface, GUI. It was a moment of revelation for Jobs, who immediately grasped the potential of GUI to make computing accessible and intuitive. With a vision to bring this technology to the masses, Jobs embarked on the Lisa project, named after the daughter he had once distanced himself from. The Lisa was to be the epitome of his design philosophy, incorporating the GUI and a modern computer mouse, which at the time were revolutionary concepts. If you've been inspired by the story of Steve Jobs, the mastermind who changed the way we interact with technology, show your support by clicking the like button below. Now we step into a defining moment in Steve Jobs' life, where the fruits of his labor and vision are recognized not just in Silicon Valley, but on the global stage. Jobs, who was just 25 years old at the time, found himself with a net worth of over $200 million. The Macintosh was to be the embodiment of Jobs' belief that computers should be intuitive and accessible to everyone.
For the first time ever, I'd like to let Macintosh speak for itself.
Hello, I am Macintosh.
Jobs assembled a team of the brightest minds, whom he referred to as pirates, and set up a separate division within Apple. Jobs' obsession with detail was evident in every aspect of the Macintosh, from the sleek design to the user-friendly interface. He insisted on a graphical user interface that was far ahead of its time, complete with icons, windows, and a mouse. John Sculley, who had been the CEO of PepsiCo, was lured to Apple by Jobs with the famous challenge, "Do you want to sell sugar for the rest of your life, or do you want to come with me and change the world?" Together, they worked on the launch of the Macintosh, which was accompanied by the legendary advertising campaign that included the iconic 1984 Super Bowl commercial. Despite the early successes, tensions began to rise between Jobs' visionary product focus and Sculley's drive for profitability and structure. The story of Jobs' departure from Apple is a complex one. Jobs' journey with Apple faced turbulence. He resigned in 1985 after a power struggle. Undeterred, he founded Next Inc., a computer platform development company specializing in higher education and business markets.
One of my largest wishes is that we build Next from the heart.
Jobs' time at Next was also a period of personal growth. After being ousted from Apple, he found himself with the freedom to experiment and innovate without the constraints of a large corporation. It captures Jobs' resilience and his ability to rebound from setbacks, continuing to influence the tech industry even outside of Apple. On March 18, 1991, Steve Jobs married Lorraine Powell in a ceremony at the Ahwahnee Hotel in Yosemite National Park. Presiding over the wedding was Kobun Chino Otagawa, a Zen Buddhist monk. The couple had 3 children together. Jobs acquired the graphics group, later renamed PIXAR Animation Studios. In 1995, Jobs became Pixar's president and CEO. Under his leadership, Pixar produced critically acclaimed films like Toy Story. Toy Story earned $192 million at the box office, making it the first full-length feature film to be completely computer animated. In 1996, Apple acquired Next, and Jobs returned to the company that he had co-founded. He was named interim CEO in 1997 and began turning the company around with innovative products like the iMac. Keep watching to uncover the fascinating saga behind the creation of groundbreaking devices that redefined our world. Jobs' vision led to the creation of groundbreaking devices such as the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, reshaping not just technology but also music, telecommunications, and entertainment. In 2003, Jobs discovered he had a pancreatic tumor. Initially, Jobs opted for alternative treatments such as fruit diets, acupuncture, and herbal remedies, avoiding surgery to a deep-seated fear of being opened up. As the cancer spread, Jobs eventually underwent a modified Whipple procedure. Following surgery and chemotherapy, his energy levels recovered, and he returned to Apple, leaving Tim Cook in charge during his absence. In 2005, Jobs delivered his famous Stanford commencement speech. The speech included reflections on his cancer treatment and the concept of death as a life-changing motivator.
You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever.
In 2008, Jobs learned that his cancer had spread. He experienced significant weight loss due to his reduced pancreas function and the side effects of his medications, which reduced his appetite. Jobs took medical leave. He needed a liver transplant. Jobs left behind a legacy as a pioneer of the personal computer revolution. He is remembered for his visionary approach to technology and design, his ability to foresee and set trends, and his transformative impact on various industries. His story is one of ambition, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that continues to inspire entrepreneurs and creatives around the world. In 2011, Jobs' health worsened. On October 5, 2011, Steve Jobs passed away at the age of 56. As I close this video on the extraordinary life of Steve Jobs, I turn to you, my viewers, to keep the dialogue alive. What part of Steve Jobs' story resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below.